It's time to talk healthy eating, which will be extra tough to do over the next few weeks, but it is possible, with a key being how much food you ultimately eat. So to help this morning, we joined 6 News reporter Michael Thomas, who is live from Sparrow's Demo Kitchen. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. It's crazy to think that the holidays are already here, but as Jorma said, many of us are going to be indulging in these sweets throughout the next few weeks, and some of us, like myself, have already been doing so the past few weeks, going into the next few weeks. So joining me this morning is Sarah Smith. She is the registered dietitian here at Sparrow. Thank you for joining us and being here so early. So talk a little bit about the holidays and sweets. Is it okay to have 5 pies? And I'm not being dramatic, because many times some of us do eat about 5 pies a day.
You mean 5 slices of pies?
Sorry, well, okay, yeah, you're right. Well, okay, 5 slices.
But yeah, you're right. Over the course of a whole day or a whole weekend, if you have a few Christmas parties, your calories could equate to 5 slices of pie if you're continually at the buffet table.
So during that time, during the holidays, you know, I know we've mentioned before, we want to eat before we go to the parties. We want to make sure that we're, you know, drinking water and stuff. What about eating when sitting down versus standing up?
Well, if you're eating when sitting down, and you're paying attention to what you're eating, putting your fork down in between bites, that can help you pay more attention to what you're actually putting in your mouth. Whereas when you're standing up and you're talking to people and you're mingling and you're just kind of hanging out around the food table, you're definitely going to overeat because you're not being mindful about what you're putting in your mouth.
So it's really about those small, tiny habits. And then moving on from those habits, we have the actual dishes. Now, what you're looking at are all of these delicious treats that Sarah has prepared for us. Now, these are all healthier versions. Can you very quickly go over? We've got oatmeal cookies here and then some snickerdoodle. Talk a little bit about each.
So in the oatmeal cookies, there's whole grain oats and natural peanut butter, minimal to no flour, and there's no butter or no oil. So that's the healthier
and something
version.
as simple as that can really cost you, in a sense, you know, almost the same price, but also when it comes to costing your body, it's actually going to save you, right?
Right, because you're increasing your fiber, increasing your protein intake. There's some dark chocolate in here, so the dark chocolate contains some antioxidants as well.
And then on our next hits, we'll talk a little bit more about those other dishes, and we're going to move the camera this way because we're going to be doing, what are these? It's sweet and salty chocolate bark.
Yes, dark chocolate and a bunch of yummy toppings to put on the chocolate bark.
Wow, okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about those and some more of those habits when we come up at 5:30. So make sure you stick with us. We're going to head you over to weather because Blake, he didn't make us anything this morning, but last week he did make us some good pie. Blake, tell us what that pie was.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I should say this right after healthy habits, but I did make a pie that consisted of ice cream, peanut butter, Cool Whip, and an Oreo crust and chocolate chips. I mean, yeah, it was fantastic.